Welcome to the Fireside Gathering with the authors of I Don't Become Selfish, I Became Harder to Manipulate, sharing more of their experiences and wisdoms learned, hosted by Sara Jane. You can go to vocalreiki.com/fireside gathering to find all the authors and where you can purchase the book. Do enjoy.
Welcome to the Fireside Gathering of the authors of I Didn't Become Selfish, I Became Harder to Manipulate. I'm Sara Jane, the lead author, and I am delighted for this program to be joined by Jean Voistart. Jean, hello.
Hi, I'm just so glad to be here. Thank you.
And Bradford Tilden. Bradford, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you to both of you being part of this gathering. It's wonderful to have you here. All right, I'm going to start actually with you, Bradford. Chapter 13, Creative Emancipation, Releasing Misdirected Childhood Expectations. Please share a little about yourself and why you chose to participate in the book.
Thank you, Sara Jane. I came to realize rather recently that I am a hypersensitive, and I'm very sensitive to vibrations, energies, frequencies. And when I was a kid, I was drawn to music and creative expression. I excelled at the piano. I started composing as soon as I started learning lessons, and I used that as an avenue to express the complicated emotions that I didn't know how to at an early age, and it just became this beautiful way of basically self-care that at an early age to deal with the overstimulation that I was experiencing from the environment. And my hypersensitivity also evolved into a thriving holistic healing business where I work with crystals and gemstone frequencies and energy and, of course, sound, and also massage and somatic therapies with touch and the layers of touch. So vibration is very central to my reality, and staying in alignment is key for my health. Because if I allow negative or distorted or incongruous energies into my system, it creates pain and frustration and distraction and also depression. And so this is sort of like the life I live. It necessitates harnessing and translating energies and making them coherent through the manipulation of vibration. And I wrote this chapter because my aptitude for piano performance was really guided very strongly into a particular direction by my teacher, which was out of alignment with my true purpose, which is basically maintenance of my emotional well-being. And it instilled a crippling sense of perfectionism and a desperate external need for approval, that if I didn't perform the piece correctly, I was not loved. And that was my internalized distortion of her genuine interest to bolster potential, thriving career as a concert pianist. But that all came crashing down. And then I needed to reassess my priorities, my relationship with music, and my relationship with creative expression. And that became what other people could perceive as selfish. But really it was self-sustaining and self-preservation, because the anxiety that I suffered while performing piano because of the pressures that were put on me as a child was very, very unhealthy. And I just freed myself from it, using sound really and the voice to just emancipate myself. The creative expression that was imprisoned in that cage of perfectionism and unrealistic expectation. So here I am, a thriving sound healer and professional, and I still play my music, and I put it out there for myself, and in turn to share the gift with the world. So that's a little bit about me in this regard. Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you for sharing. Jean Voistart, Chapter 27, A different hero, the courageous neurodivergent. Jean, share a little about yourself and why you chose to participate.
Well, I chose to participate because the title is compelling, and I just want to applaud all the authors, Bradford and others and yourself, that contributed. It's just a wonderful concept and a wonderful book. So it's an honor to be a part of it. My story is kind of like Bradford Part 2 or A and B, because it's very much the same. You can see my piano next to me here. Yes, I was born hypersensitive, also with a condition that's hypermobility syndrome. And so because of that, what was kind of fun, parlor games, showing people tricks and flexibility, all different directions, super flexible and doing things. But it's also a serious condition. And like I have to wear braces to just hold my legs and ankles up to walk. I'm sitting in a wheelchair right now. So I was definitely different, super sensitive to sound and smells and all different things and feelings. And somebody broke their leg, I'm limping because I picked that up, and all these things, and connecting with my spiritual guides always and seeing them, and these kinds of things that I had to learn how to be quiet about. Hush, hush, though, that people are looking at me like, you're really weird. It's not fitting in. So I was so excited when you and I chatted and you said, I would love for somebody to write a chapter about neurodivergence. Me, I can write about that. And so it was just about all the beautiful, amazing people that have come across my path and me, my story, who are different. And we're told, you're different. And I became a registered and licensed music therapist and a vibrational healer, sound healer, and working also as a licensed psychotherapist with the expressive arts. I love all the arts, not only music, but dance and painting, all the creative arts and dramatic arts, especially I love being a spoken word artist and writing poetry and dramatically expressing that. Just anything to express. So like Bradford, I had to do this to maintain balance in this world and get out all these emotions that were just like stuck in there and expressed through the arts. And so I became very good at that, helping others on their journeys through releasing and expressing. And my specialty is grief, trauma, and chronic pain, because I've dealt with that myself. And it's just miraculous what the expressive arts can do that other modalities cannot do. And doctors saying to me, I guess about 45 years ago, you're not going to live much longer than 10 years, and I'm still here. And so, and so I meet so many people that have either been traumatized in being assaulted. I had that journey. Homeless, I had that journey. I was kidnapped. I had that journey. I've had all these different journeys, and all the healing that's come through the expressive arts. Just so grateful to be here among other weird and different people today. And we celebrate that together. So thank you.
But I don't see us as weird and different. I just see us as all unique. And that's how
weird is a positive. It's a positive word. It's not negative. So I see it and celebrate it. Yeah.
Oh, it is so about celebrating ourselves.
Yeah.
It is the fact that we accept our difference. Because we are born unique. We're meant to be unique. We are all wired differently. Some, granted, more differently than others, but we are wired differently. And we should celebrate that. and accept ourselves. It's getting other people to accept us that's the problem. But you know, sort of, but it's the world seems to be getting there, which is at least something. And as for the arts, 100%. The one thing I've sort of tap into your creativity, whatever that might be. You know, and for some people, that might be the ability to take a clock to pieces and put it back together again, or a motorbike or a car or whatever. People have their different gifts, and we're meant to be beings, but we can be being within the things that we enjoy doing, and be within that. And it doesn't matter whether you're good at it. What matters is that you enjoy it and you get pleasure out of it. So sort of, yes. So thank you both for that. Now, each one of you has chosen a different topic for us to add to this mix. And we're going to stay with you, Jean. The courageously creative neurodivergent, which I get this feeling you've sort of touched on, but what do you mean by that?
Well, I think Bradford touched on it too, is that courage, that force within that drives us forward with our passion and purpose. And we are all destined to achieve something and to serve in some way in this world. And like you said, Sarah Jane, it's a unique talent, a unique skill that we have to share, and we have this energetic drive that we can draw upon, this courage to do what we need to do. And society might look upon us as different, but it's that we have something special to offer. So that's what that's about. When we learn to look out there and see everyone as special and learn to receive and give at the same time, and that's been the key for me, we discover this limitless joy and peace and contentment, and we have this connection with everyone. It's just a beautiful thing. But there's this moment when we can look at a person and say, oh, I'm just receiving everything that you're saying. I understand, I'm receiving that. And when we say that to that person, they're getting a gift, we're getting a gift. And no matter what is happening, it could be anger is out there coming at me, and I can pause and ask Spirit, what needs to be, what is the gift, what is the golden thread flowing beneath this person's anger? What is that? What is that? And I can say to them, and I can get it, and I can say, I really admire your passion. You are so passionate and driven. I love that about you. Let's talk more about this, that you are so excited and driven. So there's always some way to connect. And that's what that's about, being courageous and finding that connection with everyone in every situation and loving every situation.
Bless you, thank you. Your thoughts on that, Bradford?
Oh my goodness. Jean, that's a beautiful, I would say, spiritual philosophy, a way to live by. I've similar. I look at the light in each person as a divine being, of a child of God, and everyone has that uniqueness about them. I firmly believe that when we all fully embrace and manifest our authentic creative expression, that everything will be taken care of. Everything will be in harmony, everything will be in balance, and we will be beautifully different. And the idea of hierarchy, better than, less than, all of that judgment, his placement, his judgment, that will melt away, and we just live harmoniously, and co-creative energies will just amplify, and it will just I feel it. I just feel it. It's hard to describe, but I feel it. As I was listening to you, and I have to acknowledge Archangel Raphael here. He's been very, very active with me since I began this another project back in March. And he was saying mirrors and lampposts. And when you're on your journey, right, you encounter mirrors, but you also see the lampposts, and people who are actualized and amplifying and radiating their truth becomes a light post that is another version of the guidance for people still wandering on their path and looking for direction. And lampposts are much better than gurus because that's also a judgment. Like the guru knows more is better, and I believe when you give, that's a form of giving your power away. Lampposts contain their own power, and they simply radiate it because it's their being, and there's no directional exchange or obligation. It's just embodied essence. And to me, creative expression is the fuel, right? It keeps that fire, it keeps that passion burning, because emotions are always going to be coming through. And when you synthesize them to create beauty in pain, beauty in joy, beauty in sorrow, beauty in expressing grief, it's just it transmutes and makes something very impactful that contributes to the human experience so others can relate to it. And that's just, and then blockages are just the worst. Because they're a sense of selfishness. I realize I'm blocked in a lot of ways. I'm working on pushing through and getting a lot of creative projects that I created, but I've been holding on to because I was afraid of who I'd be on the other side of letting them go. And that kind of came to me a couple of days ago, and the timing of this meeting is really interesting for that. My advice that I just want to say is just don't be afraid. Just put it out there. That is your unique expression, and it's unlike anyone else's. You don't have to be a Van Gogh, you don't have to be a Picasso, but your doodles have significance. They do. So doodle your blockages away, and just find that joy within you.
Yeah.
So important. Yeah, as I was saying about the creativity, it's you don't have to be good at it. Enjoy it. That's the most important thing. I've for so long realized everybody is special in their own unique way. And when one of my clients one time said to me, "Oh, Sarah, you are special," I looked at her and I just said, "I know." But there's no conceit, and she knew that. Absolutely knew that. There's absolutely no conceit, because I genuinely believe everybody is in their own unique way. I've worked with adults and children with learning difficulties, and they are unique in their own way, and they have strengths that we haven't got. You think about the different conditions that there are, and there is too many, in some respects too many to name, but there are abilities people have that our so-called normal people don't have. So it's about staying out of judgment of others. Just because we may find it difficult to know how to boil an egg doesn't mean that we haven't got a gift and are really good at something else that they can't do. We're not all meant to be surgeons, architects. We're here to bring the gift that we've chosen to bring in this lifetime. And for both of you, it's very definitely more on the music side. But okay, I bring the sound, but it's just not music for me. it is about the toning. And it's trusting ourselves, it's trusting our experiences that we've had in our early years. And as we go through the healing journey of that, of realizing that our healing journey, I see our healing journey as being our gift for the world. Because as we learn from our journey, we can share and suggest what has worked for us. It won't work for everybody, but it becomes a suggestion. I actually do my best to avoid giving advice because I know how good I am if anybody gives me advice. I'm not. Somebody makes a suggestion, it means I feel I have a choice. And so it's thinking about our phraseology and helping people to understand that phraseology. So, yeah, absolutely. Each and every one of us, we bring our own special gifts, whatever they are. And I suppose for some people who are very severely emotionally, mentally, what people refer as handicapped, but it's not a handicap, because could they not be a gift to support the people that are caring for them, to bring their gift of care? Step out of judgment, open your eyes, get rid of the box, because we all bring our own unique gifts to make the world work. And it couldn't if there wasn't the balance of each and every one of us being true to ourselves. So yes, thank you so much, both of you, for sharing on that. I am going to come back to you, or stay with you, I should say, Bradford. There's no comparison, so stop looking. I think I know what you mean by that, but please carry on and share what you mean by that.
Well, we've been kind of talking about this in a different way this entire day. It's really about the uniqueness of the individual expression. You can look at it like everyone has a particular tone or vibration, right? And if anything is missing, or if anything is suppressed, or if anything tries to copy something else, for example, then that vital piece of the puzzle is missing, and the whole is weakened. I have some that kind of, it's in the wheelhouse of my chapter, and the way that I view my own original piano compositions. I don't really feel like there's any other. I mean, it's inspired by classical music and romanticism, but it has a very, very unique flavor. And I found I was lost in needing to find comparison. Again, this is judgment, right? Like, is my music good? I don't know. There's no model. And so I had to get out of that, and I had to realize that it doesn't serve anyone any good when they try to find like a sort of a precedent for who they are, right? Everyone just forges. I encourage them to forge. My suggestion is to forge your own path, and just be true to yourself, and observe and appreciate, and take bits and pieces of influences to help shape your expression, and be true to yourself. It's really what it comes down to. So that's, yeah. and it's so rewarding. I struggled with believing in myself. I was blessed and cursed as a prodigy, and I only ever got positive feedback. No one ever criticized me. No one ever challenged me, and it's a testament to my talent. I'm a very humble person, and that was difficult to understand, that I'm extremely talented at playing the piano, and my music is very powerful. It took me years and years and years to see it, because I didn't have the need to strengthen myself internally. I was always receiving external validation, whether or not I wanted it or not. It's all that I had was positive feedback, which is a wonderful you would think, environment for a child to grow up in, but it didn't allow me to build my own inner strength because other people did it for me. And it turned out to me, when that sort of fell away and I grew out of that, I naturally expected and sought it to continue in my adult life, and it wasn't there. And that's when the collapsing of my ego and the tarot tower card and all that stuff, you know, that those energies of the scaffolding that was built just collapsed. And I found I needed to do a lot of inner child work, start to love myself and nurture myself, and really start to release the beliefs and the criticisms that I put on myself. It was a really long journey of rebuilding. And yeah, so I'm going to leave it at that. My guides wanted to chime in with something else, but it's off topic. So that's the message, is to just really love yourself as you are. And you're the only person that needs to believe in yourself. And if anyone else believes in you, that's great. But if you don't believe in yourself first, it's not really going to do any good.
Bless you. Thank you. Jean, your thoughts on that?
Wow. Well, both of you actually mentioned the word good a few times. And Sara said, well, just remember that it doesn't have to be that you're a good artist, or that you're good, you know, that your work is good. And Bradford, you're talking about your journey through that. It was just so beautiful. And I also very much can relate to that. And that's something that when I hear, is it good? Or, you know, it's good. And Sara's saying, I don't need to be good and all those good things. I'm like hearing that and thinking, that doesn't even enter the picture. It's, do you feel good? You know, that's where I'm coming from. And working with so many people that I'm just so blessed to have worked with, so many different kinds of people, so many people with no legs, people with hydrocephaly, with, all different people in a coma who came out when I played the music. All different kinds of people in different journeys. And the thing is, when we do the arts together, whatever the art is, movement or sound or whatever we're doing together, it's, are you feeling good? You know, or did you shift? Or maybe they're venting and getting out a lot of angry stuff and gunk and ick, but well, how's that doing for you? How you feeling? You know, so that's where I'm coming from. And yeah, it's that journey through it to the other side. And it's just so beautiful, Bradford, you sharing that that journey and what you needed to do, and find a way to use sound and work with it to up level and uplift and heal. And for me, I was majoring in performing arts music, and I shifted to therapeutic arts, and I needed it for me. I mean, it might be like the book, it might be interpreted as selfish, you know, but no, I needed to do that. And it's never stopped. I'm still doing it for me, but in doing it for me, others are joining me on the journey, and we're doing together, and it's just a really, really beautiful journey. So thank you. That's my reaction to what you said. I mean, you said a lot of things, but that's my little piece of a reaction of a piece of what you both said. Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you.
Yeah.
There is no need to compare yourself to anybody. There are two quotes, and I never remember them perfectly. You were born unique. Don't die a copy. Because we're not here to be anybody but ourselves. And it was sort of, and there's another one, it's along the lines of about the being born unique, and sort of, it's just, oh no, was it Be yourself, everybody else is taken.
Yeah.
Because you're not meant to be anybody else. Stop comparing yourself to somebody. They may have, well, no, they will have a gift that is nothing to do with you. Tap into your own gift. Your gift might be just that you have that ability to smile at everybody you meet. And that makes a difference in somebody's life. That smile could be the only smile they get in a year, but that smile will make a difference to them. You have made somebody's life better just by being you.
Well, I have a question for you, Sarah Jane, then, and maybe for Bradford too. What if you're with someone, that's profound what you're saying and so important, and they're saying, I have no clue who I am or what my gifts are. And you say, just be yourself. Well, I don't even know who I am. I don't know where to begin. I don't know how to find it. How would you answer that question, that dilemma? Because I think that comes up. Many people out there are so busy taking care of others or listening to others or serving or whatever they're doing that they haven't really figured out who they are or what they are or what they're meant to be or to do. How would you answer that?
100% get it. Because when people said, oh, I know who I am and I like who I am, and it was just like, how the heck can you? I haven't got a clue. I really didn't know. And what it took was trauma for me. It took a broken jaw, 6 months of pain and sleepless nights. I was so exhausted. I hadn't got the energy to be the people pleaser, to work full time, to study accountancy exams and run a home. I hadn't got kids. I just got a big kid who was husband. I hadn't got the energy. And it was actually by losing the energy and learning to say, I can't do this. The study went, the marriage went, the job was actually taken away, which was brilliant. It looked like my world was falling apart. And I saw that my world was actually coming. Eventually, I realized my world was coming together. And so it's have the courage to learn to say no to others so that you can start saying yes to yourself. Don't worry about what others are thinking about you because they're not. Do what feels good, what feels right to you. Start listening to your heart. And I get it's not easy. None of this is easy. And it is one step at a time. And you are going to find that there will be people around you that don't like it. Because you stop being a yes person. And you start thinking, actually, do you know what? That really doesn't resonate with me. I don't like that. And it's about, and I would really say to anybody, if you feel you have to leave a relationship, give yourself time to live with yourself. Get to know who you are. I had 7 wonderful years in my own home, just me. And it made a massive difference to me. Not everybody can do that. And if you can save a relationship and they can work with you, brilliant. But for too many of us, we have to let go of an awful lot so that we can find ourselves. Does that help answer your question?
Yes, I would love to hear Bradford answer that too.
Sure.
Yeah.
A different take, a different viewpoint, and I'm going to take some things, Sarah Jane, some words that you shared, feels right and resonate. Those are key factors. If someone genuinely is interested in finding out their purpose or what they love to do and they don't know, perhaps it's because they've been a people pleaser, perhaps it's because they've been an overwhelmed caregiver with very little time to actually be with themselves, just to first create some of that space. and then when you do that, just explore with an open heart and an open mind, and really be aware of how you're responding. You try pottery. Oh, that's not for me. Well, let's not talk about creative expression. That's different. That's a different thing. But like, do you like to garden? Or I would ask someone to just sit down and think about, if everything was taken care of, and you had nothing that you were obligated to do, nothing you needed to do, no work to be done, what's the first thing that comes to your mind that you would do, that you would enjoy doing? And say, oh, I don't know anything that I would enjoy doing. Just say, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? And if it's just nothing or being there, that's still something. Say, well, maybe it's meditation. Maybe you don't need to look for some external activity. Maybe your first step in finding out your passion, your calling, or who you are is to take that look at your inward. And maybe in that meditation, you'll have an idea, maybe I should try kayaking, or, just things like that, like random things. But you have to create space to receive. If you're inundated in your life and saturated with obligations and caregiving, it's really, really important to find a balance in that first. And then you employ the concept of not being selfish, but of just being self-interested, invested in self. And quite honestly, whenever you are invested in yourself and you give yourself self-care time and time to just be with yourself 7 years or 7 minutes, you are much better at being of service and fulfilling your obligations, because you're filling your own cup. You have to always make sure that you are recharging yourself and your body and your energy, because you cannot sustain that if you just keep giving and giving and giving. And if caregiving is your superpower, great, but make sure you do it in a balanced way without overextending yourself. And that's really what I would have to share as my suggestions.
Brilliant. Jean, answer your own question, please.
Oh, yeah, I think you both covered it really well. Taking time to really tune in and feel those feelings that might be stuck in there. Maybe you don't even know they're there, but you really, yeah, that's for me. I'm the feeling person. Feel, reveal, and heal. And just really, when you're feeling it, taking that time to really feel it, really get it into every part of your body and emotions, and then taking a moment to let little pictures dance upon the inner screen, memories of other times when you've felt that. Oh, some things are popping in. This feeling feels familiar when I was 5 or when I was 12 or when I was 20. Just really revealing some things about the feeling. What is that feeling? Where did I feel that vibration before, that musical vibration, or that, where did I feel that feeling? And journal that maybe, or just go with that and move with that and play with that. Close your eyes and draw without looking at that. Express the feeling in different ways. And, there's just so many ways to express, like Bradford said, gardening, nature walking, but yeah, that time, taking that time. And through that comes the healing. And through that comes figuring out who we are, what we love, and what we don't love, as you said, Sarah Jane. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful journey. And I can absolutely say that every day I'm living with joy and in joy. And because I know who I am and what I love now, and I'm doing it, and just so, so grateful. Yeah.
Bless you both so much for the sharing, and we're sort of coming to an end. But you know what? I don't mind if this one goes a little bit over. So, any final words either of you've got that you would like to share, Jean?
Well, I just want to express my gratitude for this book. It's just absolutely a treasure house filled with so many different, unique, as we say, unique stories. And flipping through the pages and reading, you're going to find something. You're going to find that gem that speaks to you and is what you need. And just so thank you, Sarah Jane and Bradford, for this time here together and encouraging those who are out there to believe in yourself and enjoy life. Yeah.
Thank you, Bradford.
I have to agree that the book is incredible, and thank you, Sarah Jane, for bringing such different creative people together, sharing their stories. It really helps to. It's amazing how you can relate to other people, even like it's just there's a human theme in this. I related to aspects of every person's journey and experience in this book, and after reading it, I came out more complete in my own self-awareness. It's really, really special and magical, and it's just just really re-emphasizing the importance of being authentic and being unique and being courageous in owning who you are, and knowing that at the core we are all love and we all seek love, and if we radiate love and joy with who we are and what we love to do, that will just come back to us, and it's a positive generating loop where it just spreads and spreads and inspires and spreads. And it's about uplifting each other by owning yourself to be the best that you are. And your barometer is just your inner joy. Your inner child really is just the wisdom keeper of what brings you the greatest fulfillment and joy in your adult life. So honor your inner child, honor your uniqueness, and keep believing that your authenticity is your power.
Bless you. Thank you so much to each and every one of you that's in the book. The wisdom that you shared from within your own story, the things that you learnt that supported you, that obviously we've shared with the hope that it will support the people that read the book. So thank you so very much. If anything here has really spoken to you, you will find on the page where you found this video, or if you're watching it on YouTube, you'll find the information about both of my guests for this video. You'll find information about the little topic that we've done and their website addresses. Please feel free to reach out to us. If there's somebody that really resonates what they've said, what's read in the book, reach out to us. We've done this because we really do care and we wish to help people. So thank you so much to Jean and to Bradford, to those of you that listen. Take care, be safe, stay well. Namaste, sweet souls.